Going outside will get you off your phone, it will give you fresh air, and it will give you sunlight, right? There is a study that shown, I think it was like extremely stressed people, and they went outside in the woods for a walk. I'm pretty sure like an absolute stupid amount of them said that after going on that walk, they felt extremely relaxed. I don't know whether it's in nature, whether the trees are fucking singing to us or some shit. Some hippie person's gonna tell me that the trees are singing to me, but that might be the case. I'm open ears. It also just makes you healthier because you're walking, you're going outside, and how it's supposed to be, not these digital fucking pixels on a screen. And again, going on to the next one, exercise, especially when you don't feel like it. Now, everyone, or a lot of people, are obese and they haven't got the energy, and they just don't feel good. And now, I have majorly realised that when I am not fit, when I've not had sleep, which we'll get onto soon, when I have pretty much just been unhealthy, had unhealthy food, and been sat around all day, right? You feel a lot worse than if you went to the gym, even if you didn't feel like it. I'm telling you now, like when you go to the gym and you really don't feel like it, that gym session is sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the best kind of gym session that you've ever had, because you go out and you're like, do you know what, I really fucking can't be arsed, but sometimes you listen to the music and you get into it and you're like, fuck, this is actually really good, and I'm proving myself that I am a fucking unit. And sometimes that is all you need. Obviously there's going to be some days where you don't do that and you probably get through halfway through and you're like, fuck, I really can't be arsed, but you showed up, do you know what I mean? And it's just, if you get through it, that's just way better. And it can happen sometimes where you just fucking worst mood ever, but you showed up, do you know what I mean? And it makes you feel better. Exercise makes you feel better. And please, again, take my advice from before. If you can go outside in the woods or somewhere, even if it's a field, fucking go walk on that field. Don't trespass, obviously, but go into a field and just enjoy like nature. Again, people have completely forgot this because being on your phone is way more fun nowadays, and it just grabs your attention. But I promise you, go outside, have a little bit of fresh air, a little bit of sunlight, and seriously, just have a perfect, or have no, not even like music or anything like that. Don't have any music. Just sit there and listen. Just go for a walk after your gym sesh, and it's great. I'm telling you now. The next one I think is extremely important because I have recently found this out, that you need to go and find your hobbies, and this makes you feel so much better. It makes you feel like the most childlike that you can be. And I know that people are going to be like, oh yeah, you don't want to be too childish. You don't want to be too childish, but you want to kind of have some sort of childhood. For example, mine are games, right? Games, mountain bikes, like motocross bikes. Anything to do with that is fucking great. Games, I cannot do anymore. Like, it just isn't my kind of thing. I don't know why. Maybe I've just grown out of it. But mountain bikes and motocross are just the perfect thing for me, right? I fucking love it. And it's just such a good feeling of coming back to like my childhood and experiencing it again. Because people, again, maybe I should just title this video fucking stop social media or stop going on your phone, because it feels like I'm going that way. It feels like I'm just shitting on the phones, and to be fair, I am shitting on the phones. I'm shitting on the problems that we have got and the addictions that we've got. If you had an hour on your phone a day, that's still quite a lot of time. That's what, 7 hours a week, which is, we can do a lot in 7 hours, you know what I mean? But it's way less than the majority of people nowadays because so many people are on it so much. Find the hobbies that you miss doing and just fucking do them. Just try your best to do them, because again, what this is going to do is make you probably find new people that you enjoy hanging around with. Maybe it's just kind of the thing that you enjoy doing alone, and that's going to give you joy anyway. We need to find like this happiness. I don't care what people are like. Again, a person that I really, really looked up to a couple of years back, and I still kind of do. Like, he's got some good lessons, but he said, you'll probably know who I'm on about when I say it, but do you think the person who creates concrete really cares about concrete? And it's true, but there is certain kind of people, especially like me, where I try my very best to not care about concrete, but make some money out of making concrete, whether that's concrete, whether it's video editing, whether it's whatever it is, right? But I cannot stick to that path. I'm not disciplined enough to stick to that path. But if it was video editing for mountain bikes, right, then that's when I would be disciplined, and that's when I can be disciplined. I can put every single ounce of effort, into one of them videos because I care about it. Do you know what I mean? And it's just free discipline because you love it, so you do it. Do you know what I mean? And I think our brains are literally wired to chase the easiest way. Do you know what I mean? To get rich, to get famous, whatever the fuck you want. It's wired to go that way. And if you find out these hobbies, you'll find people that are into the same hobbies as you, and it just also gets you a bunch of friends. Because say if you're into boxing, do boxing. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be so many people there that are into the same. It's the easiest way to get new friends. Now, take time off from everything. Now, a lot of people sleep, right? They sleep a lot, or they sleep not enough. Especially in your adult years, if you're a child or a teenager, you probably don't sleep too much, but you don't really sleep much when you got a job. Do you know what I mean? I noticed, like, back in my school time days, I would feel like I wasn't getting enough sleep, but I was. And I was wondering why I wasn't getting up in the morning. Mum would have to tell me about 3 or 4 times to get the fuck up. Now, to be fair, I haven't got it dialed in, but it's better than it was. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we'll go on about that. But you need time off of everything, which is meditation. I meditate, and even if I'm stressed, you're constantly thinking about stuff. Do you know what I mean? You're constantly thinking about, oh, what's this next like area of life for me, or in your career. You're thinking about your career. You're thinking about the painting that you need to do. You're thinking about the poems that you need to do. You're thinking about what phone you need to get next, what console you need to get next, whatever the case is, right? What bike. Meditation helps me just stay focused on one thing, right? And I'm not going to say that I'm perfect at it. I'm probably the worst person at meditating, because meditating is really hard for me. Maybe you could say that it's like ADHD or something like that. I haven't been diagnosed, but my brain works quite fast and I've got a lot of things going on. It's really hard for me to speak in a sentence because I'm thinking about 4 things at the same time. Meditation pretty much makes you a superhuman. Like, if you can focus, if you're thinking about something negative, meditation will help you realize that you're thinking of that negative thought and that it's a subconscious one, not a conscious one, right? So meditation will make you conscious. It will make you realize that, do you know what, that negative thought that I've got is my subconscious doing that. I wasn't conscious when I was thinking about that. So it brings you back to the conscious, and then you realize, for example, a lot of the time I'm on like a till, if you know what I mean, like serving people, and I get a lot of orders wrong because I'm thinking of something that is negative and that I'm unconscious, like that I'm unconscious, that is the unconscious thought. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking of like two things at once, trying to get their order right, but I'm also thinking of the negative. What this does is make you conscious, making you realize that there's a customer there, and your brain is pretty much like, because you've practiced it, practice makes perfect, you are focusing on the customer, and it's way easier to concentrate, and making you realize that you've got a negative thought that is subconscious. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether I've explained that very well, but that is probably the best way that I can explain it, because I'm not very good at explaining things. Technically, it makes you happier in general because you realize that your negative thoughts are not conscious, they are subconscious, and you're probably overthinking things that is not good. And you realize, do you know what, that's my subconscious thinking, not my conscious thinking. You know what I mean? So let's get on to sleep. So sleep is something I've noticed today especially is actually insane. That sleep is a major factor of whether you'll get annoyed really quickly or not, and the way that you can concentrate. Because today or last night I had the worst night's sleep. I wouldn't say it's the worst night's sleep, but I just couldn't get to sleep. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't get that many hours sleep. Now the one time that I did get sleep, and very good sleep, was probably like 2 Sundays ago, and it was the first time that I had probably, I must have needed it because it was like 9.5 hours that I had. Now a lot of people are going to be like, oh yeah, it's actually unhealthy, but I probably get 6 hours sleep a lot of the time. But the difference between them both was absolutely insane. Like I woke up feeling so good, and I was like, do you know what, fucking hell, if I could wake up feeling like this every single day, then I would. Now my Whoop says that I need to get to bed in half an hour, which I am actually going to try, because I'm going to try and live with it. I'm just going to see, like, I know that it makes you feel better because I know the facts, and I know by genuine experience that sleep gets you less irritated. Like, you can deal with more bullshit and you can just think quicker. Do you know what I mean? But again, having less sleep is just, it's not good, because you get irritated quickly and you can't think, and that's just how my brain perceives the sleeplessness. Because again, when I don't have sleep, it's the worst thing. I get irritated really quickly and I just can't deal with things, and can't come back with answers quickly. The next one is that you're not confident in yourself. Now, this is going off the subject a little bit. Most people nowadays get absolutely shat on. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously you can have a laugh with your boys, or with your work colleagues, you have a laugh. Do you know what I mean? And the people that don't have a laugh are the ones that are not confident in themselves, where they take it to heart and they take it like it's a genuine jab, right? The confident people can have a like laugh and a joke and realize that it's not actually, it's not about them. Do you know what I mean? For example, me and my dad have like a massive joke. He's my boss and he's also my dad and he's my work colleague, whatever the same. He's pretty much my boss. Like, he literally is my boss. What am I on about? But we go on, we have like a little joke where we're like, oh, you don't fucking work, you do fuck all and all this. Now, if he wasn't confident that he put in his like max effort, he would probably take it to heart. And a lot of people nowadays genuinely do take that to heart. So if I said to someone, you fucking, I don't know, you wet the bed. I don't know why it came into my head, but I say to someone to wet a bed, and they go all like fucking swinging arms for me, then I'm less likely to think that they actually wet the bed if they like make a joke out of it. And I'm not saying like you should make a joke. That is a really bad example because my brain just constantly went to that, or went to that really quickly. But for example, me and my dad's example, I know that he works hard and he is confident that he works hard. So he doesn't take it to offence. Do you know what I mean? I think people have to realise that confidence comes from yourself, not anybody else. And if you're getting your confidence from somebody else, you're doing it wrong. I personally think confidence should 100% come from yourself, because what happens is when you've got confidence in yourself and you have no external values or metrics that make you believe that you are confident in yourself, then that is when you're truly confident. For example, if a girl comes up to me and says, "Oh, you're really handsome," whatever, I'll feel good, don't get me wrong. But if I don't feel handsome, then it's probably going to stick for me one day and be like, yeah, I feel like really good because this girl called me handsome. But it won't be an everlasting thing. If you are confident, if you personally think that you're a good looking lad, that's when the confidence is pretty much all the time. Don't get me wrong, you're going to have dips and troughs and highs where you think that you're the fucking best looking lad in the world. And you're going to have days where you're like, do you know what? I've got a little pimple on my face. I don't think that I look the best today. You're going to obviously have days like that. Don't get me wrong. And you're obviously going to have days where you feel better and worse, and just because that's how sometimes you are. You could be tired, whatever the case is. But if you're confident in yourself, that is where it's just easier. If you know that you work hard, then nothing really can get to you. Even if one of the laziest workers say to you, "You don't work hard," you just literally shrug it off. Okay, alright then, mate. Or for example, confidence on a bike. If someone said to me that I'm slow, I'd probably be like, yeah, I pretty much am, because I know that I'm slow and I've got no ego to say that I'm fast. But you're confident in the fact that you might not be the fastest person, but you're confident to be ashamed, not be ashamed that you're slow, but to kind of, you're confident because you know that it's just kind of like, okay, everyone has to start somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like if you're getting your confidence off of other people, then it's kind of just like, it's a bit of a strange one. It almost becomes ego, because you're doing the validation off of others, if that makes sense. But anyway, that'll be it for the rest of the video. I might do weekly uploads like this. If you prefer these kind of videos, I think these are more videos that I am more happy to do. I think that I've really made a mistake of taking all the old videos down and putting a fork in a road where I'm not really capable. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't say that I'm not capable, because we can all learn. But I think I've skiffed to a different place. Do you know what I mean? I think that these are more the kind of things that I want to do. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all later. I love you. See you later.